Welcome into the 40th annual Bedouin Shrine Classic. We are in Muskogee, Oklahoma at the Muskogee Civic Center. Seth Campbell joined alongside former Oklahoma State safety Dion Amade. He knows a thing or two about basketball as well. And we got a third game out of 4 here tonight at the Muskogee Civic Center. And it is between the HILLDALE Lady Hornets, a JV squad, and the Kansas Lady Comets. HILLDALE's JV squad, Lady Hornets, are in black. Kansas is in the all-whites. As we start out play here in the Civic Center. Ball taken right around the free throw line, that time by Shasha Cantrell. Cantrell's shot's no good. On the other end, though, three-pointer falls that time from Kylie Ortiz, and we are underway, 3-0 our score.
Man, I saw you open up a ball game right there. Kylie Ortiz stepping up and knock it down.
Ortiz coming up big, and Kansas will get the ball back after the turnover by the HILLDALE Hornets. Bringing up the ball is Ortiz. She gives way now to a fellow guard. Gets the ball back, goes short corner to Tylen Bryant. Bryant's feed inside, taken away, and HILLDALE will go the other way.
Yeah, it's dropped by Ruman, but they got it back.
A do 3-ball by Peyton goes around and down.
Man, this Comets team is opening up the game in impressive style. 2 deep threes to open things up.
Pass high intended for Tori Brown goes in and out of her hands. We take another look at that three-point play.
Yeah, just a nice feed over there, and then Peyton with the nice form knocking it down.
Great job that time by HILLDALE to step in front of the ball. They get the ball back, left-handed layup, no good.
Quite at the line.
And first shot is just off, trying to find the number for who this is, but we do not have who is currently at the line, so apologies to her, but she does put down 1 out of 2 free throws. Short corner 3. That's a corner 3 that time.
And she made that from the NBA three-point line, knocking it down, and also another turnover. They get the ball back, and they're threatening to score again.
Now Bryant knocked down the 3 from the corner. The turnover and basket couldn't go, but Bryant gets the ball back off of a steal. Bryant drives the left side of the lane, goes up with a right hand, does not go.
Seth, it looked like she was about to execute the Euro step over there in the paint, man.
Ball knocked down, and it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing towards the Hornets. 3 made baskets, 3 threes, and they've come from 3 different persons.
Man, the Comets are starting off this game on fire, pun intended.
And once again, they come up with the strip, and there's a few bodies flying on the floor, and HILLDALE will somehow come away with it. An up and under move that time from Sasha Cantrell. Falls short. Dive for the ball. Kansas comes up with a nice effort that time from Kylie Ortiz to get on the floor and get the ball.
Look at the effort here.
All the way around by both squads, showing fantastic effort, as you said. 5:20 left on the clock. 9-1 the score in favor of Kansas. Kansas executed 3 threes.
And they're 3 for 3 behind the arc as well. Just wanted to mention that.
Let's see if they can make it 4 for 4. They cannot, as the shot is short. Dion jinxed them. Everybody, Dion Amade is his name. You know, if you want to direct your blame towards him, is the reason if you're angry in Kansas right now. Reason why I didn't come up with it. And there's a hard foul over there in the corner. They're gonna whistle 31 for the foul, but it was a great job that time by Ortiz to get the ball loose, and then she was almost tackled over there in the short corner.
Yeah, I'm surprised that wasn't a technical or a flagrant or something. It just seemed like a very aggressive foul.
Nice move, nice high-low pass there from the Lady Comets, but they turned the ball over. They couldn't get the shot away. It was Ortiz, or pardon me, it was Taryn, Fallen Taryn, who couldn't get the shot up. But Taryn does knock the ball away and gets it into the hands of Ortiz. Ortiz finds Taryn in the low post. Taryn with a move, kick out, three-pointer on the way for Kansas. Too strong that time. Peyton's attempt from the right corner too strong, and Hilldale comes away with it. Kansas coming up with a trap, and they come away with the ball. I don't even know how that happened, Dion.
Yeah, I was literally looking, and then all of a sudden, the Kansas Comet team had the ball in their possession. That was a mystery.
That was away from us. The Kansas team had two defenders on the ball, and then all of a sudden, Bryant came away with the ball. Laney Payton brings the ball up, goes right side.
Notice the spacing from the Kansas Comets. Great spacing on the floor by all of them.
As the three-pointer from Taryn falls just short. And we got some pressure in the backcourt, and they're going to get a foul that time on the Comets.
And that's 2 fouls early for Bryant, the senior. She's going to have to be a little cautious there the rest of the way, especially in the first half.
We've got to travel this time on the Lady Hornets, so we'll give the ball back to Kansas.
Yeah, the Kansas Comets are really applying the pressure defensively.
Nice move that time from Peyton, but she couldn't get the ball to go. And a second chance opportunity won't fall as well, and Hilldale will come away with it. They got the ball in the corner, though, and an astute play that time by Tori Brown to just knock the ball off of the Kansas defender foot and reset, the 10-second clock.
Astute, I like that word.
Thank you. I say good words every now and then. Ball knocked away that time by Laney Payton. The Hilldale JV team is playing in this game because of Green Country. Both their men's and women's teams did not make the tournament. And so the tournament needed some fill-in teams, and that's how the Hilldale Lady Hornets JV squad ended up here. But a nice rejection that time by Payton. She's getting it done on the defensive end as well. She said, not so fast.
Sent that one almost to the bleachers.
She's about to send it up there to the theater. Stage that's behind the basket. You're on our left side and your left side of the screen. Crossover move, nothing doing as Payton is all in the grill of Tori Brown.
Very aggressive man-to-man defense from this Comet team.
Jump ball that time between Barasa and Payton. And the ball goes to the Comets. As you said, there's great spacing and a high-low presence for Kansas. They go across court, and that toss is just a little bit out of the reach of Kylie Ortiz. Hilldale breaks the press as they get it to Shasha Cantrell, who takes it across the timeline, gets the ball knocked away. If you're Hilldale, it's probably not the person that you want handling the ball all the way down the court. She was able to get it across the timeline, which is fine, but handling it down past the past the free throw line extended is not where you want her to be.
Yeah, one of the things you got to notice about this Kansas team right here is they have quick, active hands.
They're jumping in the passing lane as well. They're playing a zone defense, but they're not afraid to step in front of a defender. As Cantrell's shot fading to her left is no good, but she draws a foul. That time the foul was on Lexi Cramp. Oh, pardon me, that's the wrong team. It was on Kylie Ruman. At the line is Sasha Cantrell. Her first shot is up and in. 9-2 the score in favor of Kansas. Kansas' only offense so far coming from behind the arc. So we hit the 2:47 mark.
2 rainbow free throw shots up and in.
Hey, you'll take them any way you can get them, and that one bounced off of the backboard, but nice move that time by Laney Payton, and she's really been the cog in the offense. The first two-pointer of the day for the Lady Comets.
And another turnover.
See what Kansas does with it. They're going to shoot the 3 off the turnover. Kylie Ortiz strong off the back iron, but it goes off of Hilldale, and that's going to bring in some subs. It's actually going to be a mass substitution, a line change like in hockey with 2:21 left to go in the first period. It's 11-3 in favor of Kansas, and there's going to be a new 5 on the floor.
See if they can bring as much energy to the game as the last bunch did.
Well, it's not starting out well as the inbounds pass is turned over. 31 for Hilldale, going the other way. Kick out left side, three-pointer on the way from Tori Brown. This is short. Kansas comes up with it that time. Bailey Taryn, pardon me. Nice post move inside, going to her left is Morgan Wright. Wright's fouled, and we'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. The right-hander Wright's first shot is up and nothing but net. Morgan Wright's second attempt is up and good as well. Extends the lead to 12-3 with 2:01 left to go. Kansas pressures. They give it to Cantrell. Cantrell gets it across the timeline. That time she got it across the timeline, stopped, and let the guards come and take over it. That's a smart play by Cantrell.
Very smart.
Hilldale setting up an offense. Tori Brown with it up top. She gets it back now after she'd given it away. Now she gives it back to Lexi Barasa. Barasa fouled by Maggie Bernard. Hilldale inbounding it. They give it into the corner. Corner 3 on the way. And way too strong that time by Parson. Two-pointer on the way. That foot was just on the line, comes up short. Kansas tries to save it. Ball is inbounded to Cantrell. It's close to a travel there, no call, and Hilldale will slow it down as they get it across the timeline. Now into the corner is Miley Salmon. Hilldale sets up a play, gets it into the corner to Cantrell. Cantrell's 3 hits the top of the ceiling, I swear. Comes down, nothing doing though.
Yeah, sends that one from the rafters.
As I was saying, she wanted to taste the rainbow there. That one had a lot of arc on it. Kansas is going to counter with a 3 of their own. That one just short by Maggie Bernard. Hilldale gets just ahead of themselves and throws that one out of bounds. Pass intended for Miley Salmon. Goes a little too long, just like a quarterback that leads his receiver.
We got to stop with these football terminologies, man.
I'm sorry. It's ingrained in me.
It's basketball season. We got to move on.
I don't move on well. That's my ex.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
Okay. Hilldale with the ball now. They trail 13-3. They're still in this, but only 13 seconds to go here in the first quarter. They're going to need a bucket quick, and if they can get a bucket here, it's really, they're within striking distance. Cantrell with a high arcing 3, can't go, 2 seconds left. Kansas looking to counter. They don't know that necessarily the clock is running out, and the clock does run out on Alyssa Glass.
And that one's on the bench. You got to start counting down when you hit 5 and you're when you're on offense. A 5, a 4, a 3. It's a group effort.
It is. It's a team game out here in Dion, and they weren't getting any help that time. Glass was not getting any help, but right now the Lady Comets don't need it as they lead 13-3 over the Hilldale Lady Hornets JV team here on the Bravado Wireless broadcast of the Shriners Classic.
Stick around because we're cooking wild.
Welcome back to the Muskogee, Oklahoma, in the 40th annual Bedouin Shrine Classic. Opening possession of the second quarter didn't turn out too well for Hilldale. They threw it inbounds on the corner, and it was turned over off of the out-of-bounds play. They stepped out of bounds. Nice ball movement from Kansas. Drive left side, left-handed layup, falls that time for for Fallen Taryn. And Taryn gets her hand in the passing lane, comes up with a tip ball, but it does go out of bounds. But Taryn's been all over the court early.
Yeah. And take a look at Ortiz finishing with the layup strong. Check out the replay right there.
(15-13) the score, 7:31 to go, second quarter. Hilldale having some trouble throwing it in, and they turn it over. We got a push on the sideline. That time it's on Parson. Parson, her second foul of the game. Kansas will inbound it. And it'll be Ortiz that brings the ball up. They go low post. Entry pass to Ruman gets knocked away. Hilldale comes away with it, and the ball's batted away once again.
Yeah, and right there, a dangerous pass into traffic by Ortiz, and Hilldale makes her pay for it.
Kansas comes out with a nice pass that time. Taryn gets in the passing lane, drives right side after coming out with the steal. Her shot, layup is way too strong. Peyton gets the rebound, now takes it out, drives back in. Her shot doesn't go. Kansas with another offensive rebound. That shot doesn't go, and they get another one. That time it is Taryn, I believe, that comes up. You can take a look at the mess that happens. Yeah, Taryn, at the end of that play, gets the offensive rebound and gets fouled. And it will be Kansas ball underneath the basket.
Yeah, good effort by this Kansas team.
A nice play that time. Peyton just boxed out her man, got inside position, was able to just go up with it. 17-3 now.
You could tell Peyton's well coached. She does some little things in this game right, and I've just caught him early. So you know she's a good player and somebody that this Kansas Lady Comets, can count on.
The crossover from Summer Johnson gets caught on her hip, and so she turns it over with the walking. 6:34 and counting now. And that was just a pass to nobody. Ortiz was not paying attention. It's a nice steal and layup, coast to coast that time from Miley Salmon. She gets her name in the scorebook and does a lot of things right that possession. Kansas swings it around. Left side, Peyton. Peyton, right-handed floater, no good. Tried to go off the fingertips, nothing happening. She kicks it out now, an open three on the way, too strong from Ortiz. Hilldale comes away with it, and going the other way is Parson. Parson gives way to Johnson. Back to Parson. In the corner is Brown, who does not come away, who turns it over.
And that was a nice pass by Ortiz, and they don't finish, but they get the foul.
Ortiz has got acute awareness on the court. She did have that one turnover earlier where she just threw it to the Hilldale defender, but really you live with that with the other passes that she's making in this game.
Yeah, that wrap pass right there was pretty efficient. Gave the opportunity for a three-point play, but just couldn't finish.
First free throw is up and no good by Taryn. Taryn's second one rattles around, but no good as well.
She kind of rushed it right there on that free throw line.
It looked like Ortiz got her hands in the passing lane, but couldn't come up with the steal as it rolls out of bounds off of her arm.
This Lady Comets team is challenging everything as they get another turnover and complete the steal with an easy 2 points.
Yeah, Lainey Payton, her hands in the passing lane has just been a nuisance to the Hilldale Lady Hornets. They're going to get Peyton for holding while she was playing defense. And now we're going to come back with a Hilldale penalty. Penalty? Hilldale foul is the push-off. So one foul on Hilldale, one foul on Kansas, and Kansas comes away with the ball. 5:28 second quarter. Ortiz drives right side, probes, finds a wide open Morgan Wright. Wright comes up with the easy two, and that's can't have it much easier than that if you're Kansas.
Yeah, floating defender right there, just sees the ball being backed out, then floats away from the paint. Offensive player stays right there, and it's an easy pass and easy two. Right now, this game is starting to get a little chippy, though. You can start to see it. A lot of hand fighting and pushing.
The refs are trying to keep this game in check with calling some fouls like that. That may have been a clean steal there.
And that's the fourth foul in almost a minute. And this is
going to slow down the pace of play considerably.
Yeah.
5:07 to go, 21-5 the score. And we'll say it again, this is the Hilldale JV team as the first free throw is up and no good. The Green Country team did not make the trip with their boys or girls team, so Hilldale's JV team had to come in as a nice Euro step from Kylie Ortiz. She gets fouled on the play, goes hard to the floor. She Euro stepped around her defender, and the only option that the defender had was to foul her or give up a two.
I'd like to see a replay on that. I don't know if she executed an exact Euro step. Okay. She made a nifty move, but I don't know if
we're going to get technical.
Yeah, we can't just be throwing out Euros everywhere.
We're going to pick on the play-by-play guy.
That's a skill that people have to hone, and it has to be identified and appreciated. If you don't do it, you don't get the credit for it.
Yeah,
come on now.
Pick on the play-by-play guy. It's fine.
You know better.
As the Hilldale defender, or pardon me, the offensive player steals it from her own girl. Kicks out to Ortiz now for three. Ortiz too strong. And after starting out 3 for 3 from the three-point line, Kansas has not hit another one. Hilldale dribbles it up the court. That time it's Aspen Nunn. Nunn gets it taken away from her, and we got a foul and some chippy talk on the play. You're exactly right. This game is, for it to be a 23-5 game, there's a lot of talk going on here, Dion.
Yeah, she almost snatched her out of her sneaker there.
Lainey Payton will be on the line executing the 1-and-1. First shot is up, and it is good, so she'll get a second opportunity. Got Payton with 8 already with 4:33 left to go second quarter. She's been a key cog in the offense. The second one hits front iron and rolls in. Kansas applying full court pressure, and they're going to call a travel on Miley Salmon. Salmon drug that pivot foot, and it'll be another turnover on the Hilldale Lady Hornets.
Yeah, and you're definitely right about that. The pass was a little too high for her. She tried to keep that leg down on the ground, but the referee saw it move slightly, and so he had to call it.
Ortiz gives it up. That shot no good. We got 25-5 score, 4:21 left to go second period, and we're already into 10 fouls for the Hilldale Lady Hornets. On the line, shooting 1-and-1 is Morgan Wright, and her first one, or probably shooting 2 shots is Morgan Wright, and the first one is no good. Right, second opportunity is up and too strong as well, but Kansas gets their own rebound. Payton gets it taken away. To the other end is Hilldale, and layup too strong, and the Hornets will get the ball back. That time coast to coast with Aspen Nunn, and it looked like Nunn was just kind of going and got ahead of herself there, Dion.
Yeah, kind of. The square box is kind of what you want to aim for those layup attempts, and she was just a little bit higher than that. So unfortunate, but they did get the rebound, so another opportunity on its way.
When you get all that momentum, sometimes hitting that square box is harder than it sounds. Another turnover for the Lady Comets. Fast break opportunity and a bucket. That time Maggie Bernard gets in the scorebook, finishing on the left side with her right hand, and the Lady Comets are just
everywhere.
Yes. They're going to get called for the foul that time, but they're hounding the ball carrier. They are all over the place on the defensive side of the ball, and it's really frustrating, the Hilldale Lady Comets, you can see. 2 shots for Lexi Barraza. So her first shot is up and good. Ross's second point is up and good as well, and the Hilldale Lady Hornets have only hit 1 field goal. The rest of their points have come from the free throw line, as Kansas is going to go for a 3-pointer. That one in and out from Kylie Buck. Left-handed layup, too strong on the other end, and Kansas comes away with it. Once again, it looked like Aspen Nunn just kind of got ahead of herself there. Kansas, low post. Feed is in and out of the hands. Nunn getting pressured from behind is going to draw a foul. Looks like they might call that one on Alyssa Glass. And they do.
And it looks like we've hit.
It's the 9th team foul on Kansas, and Hilldale's already, so this will be the last 1-on-1 opportunity for the Hornets, and then Kansas is already in the double bonus. That opportunity comes up short for Nunn. And the ball goes out on the Hornets.
Looks like Hilldale's decided to do a little pressing of their own, creating a turnover. It's going to be a travel right there on the Comets, and Hilldale's going to get the ball back.
And they got Glass on the travel. Hilldale goes low post, swings it back out top of the key now. It's going to be a long 3-pointer on the way. Jessica McKay was beyond the green 3-point line. It's probably not the quality shot that you want if you're the Hilldale Hornets. On the other end, a quality shot, 2 quality shots don't come near the goal, and we got a foul on Alyssa Nunn. Nunn disagrees, but she displaced her Kylie Roman from her position, so I think that's probably about as good a foul as you're going to get. It's as obvious a foul as you're going to get. Roman's first shot is up and no good. (27-7), 2:45 left to go. Second period in game 3 of 4 tonight. Roman's second is up and in. Kansas coming from behind and straight here in front of us. Ball gets knocked away. It'll stay a Hilldale ball.
Don't hit the face. Don't hit the face.
It's not worth that much. You have a face made for radio.
I beg to differ. My mother says otherwise.
Yeah, she lied to you.
She's a nice lady.
But she does lie.
No, she doesn't.
2:36, 28-7. Dion Amade. His mom might lie to him.
Why'd you announce that again?
Don't know. Why do I do half the things I do, Dion?
I don't know.
Hilldale looking for some offense. Kansas comes away with another turnover. Give, front court, layup, no. Another opportunity, Glass from the free throw line, no. And once again, Kansas comes away with it, and somehow they get the ball out of there without traveling, and too many passes on the inside as Roman had it and was trying to give it
She tried to hit the no-look pass, and Bernard wasn't paying attention.
And that's a pretty close pass for the no-look. There's maybe one too many passes there. Bernard should have gone up. Or probably no, Roman should have gone up with it.
But she had a girl on her back, and she found the open man. And that's an excellent pass by her. I think you just got to make the grab.
The behind the back doesn't work out for Lexi Barasa, and it turns into a turnover for Kansas. And another turnover in the front court. Three-pointer on the way for Kansas. No good. That time it was Haley Buck. Buck was a little short. We've got another foul.
$1 short.
Take another look at the replay. Great finish that time by Bailey Taryn. After the foul, shooting 2 for the Hilldale Hornets. Is Kaylee Huey. Huey's first attempt is short. Got a nice stage behind this goal, Dion. Go watch a play. 1:37 to go, and that is short. We got a tie ball. Things are getting a little chippy here. Nothing like a good old-fashioned high school basketball game.
What are you doing with your arms?
Nobody knows what I'm doing with my arms if you don't say anything, Dion.
I mean, you expect me to look at that and not say something?
1:35 left to go. 30-7 is your score. Kansas well in control of this one. The Lady Comets have been enforcing their will on the HILLDALE JV Hornets. As the Comets force another turnover. And then the Comets give it right back to the Hornets. What have you seen so far from the Lady Comets and how they've been able to enforce their will in this game?
Well, I mean, first of all, they're just capitalizing on all the turnovers that they're creating, especially defensively, and they're finding ways to get easy shots. They started off the game on fire, hitting three-pointers, so it's been downhill from there.
It has. They started off hot, and I don't know that they've hit another three-pointer since, but it hasn't really mattered as they expanded their lead to 30-7.
They've also done a good job of rebounding and making those new opportunities count.
Peyton from 3, no good. She was off on the horizontal axis there, just a little bit left, and with 41 seconds to go, HILLDALE needs a bucket to get into double digits in the first half. Not only that, they need something they haven't hit tonight, a three-pointer. They're going to try from the right corner, and that's too strong, misses everything. Looks like Jessica McKay needs to get out of the weight room. $19 seconds left. Let's see if Kansas will hold for the last shot. They get it inside. Give and go on the baseline. Ball saved in bounds. Nice play there. 8 seconds left, and HILLDALE gets it back, though. 5 seconds. Let's see if anything can happen, and they do. Shasha Cantrell bringing the ball up, gets fouled. And so with 3.8 seconds left, Cantrell will go to the line, try and cut the lead to 21. HILLDALE's going to take their entire team and put them on the defensive end. That way they don't foul. Cantrell's first free throw opportunity is too strong. Cantrell hit both of her free throws in the first quarter. Her second is up and too strong as well. 3.8, Kansas is going to have to go. They get the ball up, past half court. Half court heave is no good. Peyton tried. It would have counted if it went, but it was too far right. And we're going to go to halftime with Kansas leading 30-7 here on the Bravado Wireless. And we want to thank you for listening to this game. For all your wireless needs, make sure to check out your local Bravado Wireless carrier. For all your wireless needs in eastern Oklahoma, they are your local carrier. BravadoWireless.com. And right now, as we go to half, 30-7 the score in favor of the Kansas Lady Comets.
Hi, we're Bravado Wireless. You may have seen us at your local events and wondered just exactly what we do. We provide the highest quality cell phone service, specializing in outstanding coverage, both locally and nationwide. We're headquartered right here in Oklahoma, with multiple store locations in eastern Oklahoma. We provide the most affordable, unlimited talk, text, and data plans available. For a limited time, our unlimited plan is only $40 a month, and you can receive a free LG K30. Make sure you stop in now and enjoy our other amazing summer deals before they end. Visit Bravado Wireless store locations for all other details, or go to bravadowireless.com for more information. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
You are called to be bold, to connect in your home, to your community, and to the world. From your land, we are Bravado Wireless. We are your high-speed internet provider based right here in eastern Oklahoma. With the latest technology, we offer coverage in more underserved areas than ever, with 4G LTE speeds and no installation needed. We're faster and more reliable than the competition, and at $59.99 a month, we're more affordable too. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
I'm Keith Olmstead, Bedouin Shrine Tournament Director for the Bedouin Shrine Basketball Classic. I came into the Shrine in 2002, and I grew up, my father was a Shriner, and he came in 1980, which was the first year the tournament started, so I've basically been around it my whole life. This will be the 39th annual. The basketball tournament started in 1980 as a fundraiser to come up with a way to raise money to transport the burned and orthopedic children back and forth to the Shriners hospitals. At the current time, we have 22 hospitals that the Shriners operate free of charge, and we transport the kids free of charge. And this is the largest fundraiser that we do to be able to do that without asking the parents for any money. The basketball tournament is, we like the saying, it's kids helping kids. They get to play in the tournament, but in the same token, you know, by them playing and their fans coming and buying a ticket to come sit and watch, they are in turn helping us, so it's kids helping kids. We have that are actually involved in the tournament. There will probably be 150 different Shriners throughout helping to pull this off. It's not an easy undertaking to do. When you have 32 teams, that are guaranteed 3 games, that's a lot to handle. So we, in turn, you know, require a lot of assistance. So we ask the nobles, and they're all volunteers. You know, none of the Shriners ever get $1 out of this. All the proceeds from this tournament go strictly to transporting kids back and forth to the hospitals. But we have actually had, and if I'm not mistaken, like 32 kids, I think, that have actually been a Shrine patient and played in the Shrine tournament. And if they do that, if they are a Shrine patient and play in the tournament, we present them with a white jacket, which is an honor. If half of these schools, if they ever met those kids and knew their story and knew their struggles and how much the Shrine has helped, it really makes it well worthwhile. I mean, I understand that it's a lot of hassle for these schools to come, you know, to play, and the expense that goes with it. But like I said, if you talk to those children and their parents for what it's done for them and their lives and how much it's improved their way of life, it's well worth it. All the hours that I put in and all the other Shriners put in is nothing compared to what those kids have gone through. I mean, to my knowledge, there's not any other tournament out there that is strictly for a charity cause. And I mean, for us to be going into our 39th year and still going is something to be said, you know, and that means that the people, the community, everybody is focused on what it's for, and that's how we've sustained as long as we have.
Here to the 40th annual Bedouin Shrine Classic. Here from Muskogee, Oklahoma. We're in the Civic Center. We got a game between Kansas and HILLDALE JV, and right now Kansas Lady Comics are in control. And what do you want to see from the HILLDALE JV squad coming out of halftime?
I would like to see some cleaner play, and that turnover right there is not the way to start things out. There was a lot of turnovers and a lot of fouls towards the end of that first half. So I would like to see a cleaner game and kind of run the offense, you know?
Yeah,
good basketball.
Cleaner game really from both sides, as it starts off the way it did in the first half as well. The three-pointer from Lainey Payton. Payton with her second 3 of the night and extends the lead to 33-7. And on Kansas' side, they're able to force a lot of turnovers on the HILLDALE team. But I kind of agree with you. I'd like to see them play a little bit cleaner as well.
That's a nice block over there by number 2, Tran.
Payton, pump fake, spin, gives it back out, swung around now. It's Ortiz, drives baseline. Ortiz tries to give it up and steps out of bounds. Ortiz going along the baseline. Will step out of bounds and take another look at Peyton's three. She was a ways away there, Dion. She was a few feet behind that three-point line, but she nails it. Kansas is not bringing out with the full court pressure. They're just kind of going with a half court set against the Lady Hornets. Ball tipped out of bounds. Will stay here with Hilldale. 6:31 to go. Third quarter. Dion in the last game said that he was a fan of the shoe game. I don't see any bright, colorful shoes out there today for either one of these teams, Dion.
Nah, I do see some nice Air Zoom, some Giannis Antetokounmpo shoes, but other than that, nothing catching my eyes.
Move baseline by Cantrell, and she's fouled, so she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. That's where she's done all of her damage today. This will be her 5th and 6th attempt. She made her first 2 and missed her last 2. Dribbles it a few times, puts it in her hand, is up and off on that one. Second one up and in, and it is 34 to 8, or 33 to 8 now. .6:14 left to go, and we're going to get a timeout. 33 to 8 to score, and this JV team from Hilldale, Dion, they've got a lot of learning to do, but I think they've come out a little more composed here in this second half.
You know, it's kind of like we said with the Haskell JV team, the game that we just watched previously. I mean, they are outmatched, and, you know, it's a little overwhelming as far as, you know, playing that big of an age difference and that big of a talent difference. So with this right now, what they have to understand and what has to be communicated to them is this is another opportunity to get some game reps, and that's going to be important. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, but in the future and the rest of the season, because the more practice you get, the more game reps you get, the better off you are. It's just a proven fact in this game called high school basketball.
Well said. Kansas inbounds it, and they're going to get some pressure this time from Hilldale. We'll see how the Lady Comets handle it, and they break the press rather easily. Give, open 3 left side, goes in and out. That time Ortiz looked like she had a 3-pointer, but just didn't want to go in all the way.
And I know that feeling. I know how she is. That stuff is frustrating when that thing rims out and comes right back out. Oh, man.
Ortiz from 3 again. She's going to try the other corner. She likes the right one better. That time finds the bottom of the net. And 6 points so far in the third period, and they've all come from 3-pointers for Kansas. Does that sound familiar, Dion?
Sounds just like the first. Sounds just like the first half.
Kansas going with some 2-3 zone. Give inside from Hilldale to Cantrell. Cantrell, nice move. Too strong, though, and it's picked up by Ortiz. Ortiz starts the offense. And we're going to get a foul this time on fallen Taryn. Taryn with the shove, and she pushed none down. And the offensive foul will give the ball back to the Hilldale Lady Hornets.
And I think that might have been accidental contact, but you do have to call it. So unfortunate, but good call by the ref.
Some active hands knocked the ball out of bounds, but it will stay with the Hornets.
That's one of the things I wanted to mention about the first half. With all those turnovers, this Kansas Comet team is a very quick-handed team, and they're active with it too. They know they're good defensively with their hands, and that's how they get turnovers, and you can see it. They swipe that ball away quicker than you can blink.
3-pointer on the way and no good. Tried to be saved over there in the corner. Good hustle, but nothing doing for Tylen Bryant. Bryant got her hands on the ball but stepped out of bounds. Hilldale will bring the ball up. 5 minutes to go. They're probing it around the top of the key, and it's swatted away. It's not the entry pass that the Hornets were looking for. Comets on the break, three-pointer. Ortiz, left side, short. Rebound comes away, though, to the Lady Comets, and that's going to be an easy layup. It's missed and then blocked away. That time Roman had an easy layup, but she blew it. And on the other end, Nunn goes too strong to the glass. And layups are getting harder as we go along in this game, Dion.
They certainly are. You can see another one, almost a trick shot, and up and over.
That'd be like an up and under. She was underneath the goal when she tried to hit that one in. This time Roman is too strong. And as an astute fan just pointed out, hit that square. We got a collision down here underneath the basket. These teams are running back and forth and all around, and got some bodies hitting the floor. And that's no good as you see Lexi Barraza on the floor. And take another look at the replay. Barraza hit the ground hard.
Yeah, she certainly did, and she seems to be in a lot of pain right now.
Barraza still writhing in pain over there on the sideline. 3:55 left to go. 36-8 is the score in favor of Kansas. And you don't want to see anybody get hurt, especially in this JV game. Not a lot of depth for the Hornets.
Because of HIPPO laws, we don't want to speculate on injuries, but it does look like a lower leg injury, so hopefully she will be all right. Gonna be curious to see if we see her for the rest of the game.
A back screen, nice play, but it's blocked away by Cantrell. Peyton had an opportunity for a layup, but Cantrell knocked it away. Nunn in the corner. Gets the ball knocked out of her hands, but it'll stay with the Hilldale Hornets. And those HIPAA laws and injuries, some of the football coaches that if you talk to, like head football coaches at college, you know, they'll use that to their advantage if they don't want to tell you any information. That is an air ball. I'm trying to remember which coach it was. There was an opposing coach that we were covering at my other job, Dion, and they asked him about injuries, and he asked him who was out, and he'd go, yeah, so-and-so, upper body, so-and-so, lower body, so-and-so, upper body. That's all that he would say.
Sounds like those NHL hockey injury reports.
Upper, lower, upper.
Lower.
It's like, okay, that's really specific. Upper body can be anywhere from your belly button to your head. There's a lot of things that can go wrong in between there, too. Short corner. On the way from Peyton, too strong. 3:26 left to go in this game. Ball knocked away, stolen by Kansas. Ortiz probes, right side, kicks it. Three-pointer, no, she thought better of it. No, gives it back to Ortiz, and Ortiz layup can't go. The follow by Taryn is no good, but she will be fouled and go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Fallen Taryn, that is.
She wasn't falling on that play. She stayed upright, but she did draw the foul. She makes the first free throw. 1 free throw away from expanding this lead to 30 points. Second one rolls around and goes in, and it's 38-8. Big shout out to all of our Bravado Wireless crew for getting everything set up at this site in the Muskogee Civic Center. It's a nice arena, got plenty of seats. Ready to watch some good basketball. We still got one more game left to go. So make sure to stay with us. We're gonna have a men's matchup once this game is finished, but we still got another quarter to play here in this matchup between Kansas and Hilldale. That ball's not out of bounds. Stay with the Hornets. (38-8) the score, 2:40 and counting in the third quarter. Hilldale swings it around. The three-pointer on the way, draws iron. Kansas is going to push the ball. Gives up court. It's a 2-on-1 break. They're going to shoot a three off of it, and it's just a little too strong off the iron. Kansas gets the rebound, though. They'll keep it possession. Now they give it in the corner to Peyton. Top of the key to Bernard. Bernard feeds one, then they find another in the low post. That time it was Wright, but Wright's post move is unsuccessful, and Hilldale will come away with the ball.
It's going to be a timeout by the Hilldale coaching staff, seeing that his player was in trouble, trapped in the corner there. So he wisely calls timeout.
38-8, 1:59 to go in the third period. And Seth Campbell joined alongside Dion Amade. We'll keep it here through this break. And Dion, we've seen 3 games so far. What have you learned so far in this 40th annual Bedouin Shrine Classic?
You know, one of the things that they always talk about is defense travels. And for most of these teams, this is, although we have home and away teams, these games are road games for most of these guys. So playing defense is very essential, again, especially starting off early playing defense, because it turns into points, turnovers, and easy baskets. And that's something that you need, because you're shooting the ball. Sometimes it's not going to be your night. And we've seen a couple of these games where some of these teams haven't had a good night shooting the ball. I mean, it's kind of been the opposite for this Kansas Lady Comets team that since we've been watching. They've had some success from behind the arc, but you want to play defense and you want to be aggressive and get the ball to some high percentage shots. That's very important in tournament play.
This tournament is good practice for the end of season tournaments that these teams might find themselves in, and you can have that tournament experience. And so whether or not you come away with a victory, just having that tournament experience where you play in back-to-back days, or you might even play on the same day, will help you when it really matters at the end of the year.
You're definitely right about that.
.134 in the third quarter, 38-8. The Hilldale JV squad is playing the Kansas Lady Comets, and the Hilldale JV squad is playing because Green Country did not decide to make the trip. So they tried to find some team to play, and the Hilldale Lady Comets filled in with their JV team, which we are very thankful for, so we could get some more games in, and all these ladies can get some more practice. Right, post move, inside, spins to her right, knocked away. Hilldale brings the ball up, now pull it back. Smart move by the point guard. Now ball knocked away. Taking layup, good that time from Maggie Bernard. Bernard comes up with the 2, and it's 40-8 now as we get the under-minute mark. Kansas has dropped back from their pressure, their full court pressure, for the three-pointer that time from Summer Johnson falls. That's the first three-pointer of the game for Hilldale. But Kansas hasn't been as effective getting in the passing lane and causing turnovers. But do you think it's because they've dropped back into a zone defense, Dion?
I mean, I don't want to say that it is, but you kind of think that it is, because the fact of the matter is your legs are a little tired and from pressing the whole time. It's got to add up, right?
As a turnover doesn't turn into points for Hilldale. Third quarter buzzer will ring, and it'll be a 40-11 advantage for the Kansas Lady Comets as we head to the fourth, all in favor of Kansas right now.
are called to be bold, to connect in your home, to your community, and to the world. From your land, we are Bravado Wireless. We are your high-speed internet provider based right here in eastern Oklahoma. With the latest technology, we offer coverage in more underserved areas than ever, with 4G LTE speeds and no installation needed. We're faster and more reliable than the competition, and at $59.99 a month, we're more affordable too. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection. You are called to be bold. You have a right to the best wireless service, high-speed internet, and customer service at a price you can feel good about. At Bravado Wireless, we know this, and that's why we put you and your community first. We are owned and operated right here in eastern Oklahoma. We live where you live. We proudly connect you to your family, friends, and business partners wherever they are. Dallas, Seattle, Taipei, Toronto, and anywhere else in the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Welcome back into Muskogee Civic Center in the 40th annual Bedouin Shrine Classic between the HILLDALE Lady Hornets and the Kansas Lady Comets. Kansas wearing the white uniforms. They are thoroughly in control of this game right now. We got a travel on HILLDALE. Another turnover against the Hornets. Seen a few of those. The Kansas defense has caused a few of those.
Called a travel on this one.
Kansas goes high-low entry pass, back up to high. And Peyton goes over the head and almost gets it to fall. Pardon me, that's Alyssa Glass that almost gets that to fall. She went over her head, back, turned to the basket, went off of the backboard and almost in. She will get 2 shots. First one up and good from Glass. Glass almost used the glass to put it in for an and one. Second one short. Kansas looked like they were in position to get the rebound, but the ball bounces off of their foot and will go back to the HILLDALE Hornets. One more game left to go. It's going to be a men's game. We were talking about earlier, the Haskell JV team played. Well, their varsity team is going to play later. And, you know, you saw some of the varsity guys on the end of the bench, Dion, but it didn't look like they really had a full squad there. They might need some of those JV players to play on the varsity team.
Yeah, it looks like I'm looking at the tunnel right now, and I think I see a couple of them, you know, suited up with the varsity squad.
See if them having to play an extra game gets into their legs and how much they will rely on those guys that have already played a game today. The take by Glass is no good. She tries to get her own rebound. It's bouncing around like a pinball down there, and eventually it's taken away by the Hornets. We're going to get a timeout. This time the Lady Hornets call the timeout. They saw that they were in trouble. Decided to call the timeout. Smart play there. Resets the 10-second clock as well, the 10-second count. 6:49, 41-11. Dion Amade, Seth Campbell joining alongside you here. Dion, you're former Oklahoma State. You're an Oklahoma State, former Oklahoma State safety, if I could ever say that right. You've been keeping up with the hardwood.
Oh, of course, of course. Big basketball fan, and as an alumni, I'm, very interested in to see what's going on over there in Stillwater with the basketball team. Had a tough couple of games to start off entering Big 12 play. A big loss to Texas Tech, almost going down by 30, and then recently on Monday losing to West Virginia. So not the great start that you wanted to see entering Big 12 play, but this is a tough conference. It's going to be interesting to see how they fare versus TCU, who is leading the conference in three-point percentage. So should be fun. It should be interesting, but hopefully they get back on track.
TCU team that the Razorbacks will see. I cover the Arkansas Razorbacks, and so they'll see them. So that'll be good game to watch. And the Big 12, as you said, is always a difficult conference.
Just a juggernaut. Just up and down.
To get to travel that time on Kansas. But, you know, last year, West Virginia and Bob Huggins' team really wasn't that great. Not the West Virginia teams that we'd seen the past 2-3 years. And I think it helps the Big 12 in that conference whenever a team like West Virginia is at the top of their game.
Yeah, and they are this year. I mean, just a big physical team, and you could see it from the way that they play ball. They don't start anybody under 6'7" on their team.
A nice block by Wright is negated after the steal. The layup no good that time from the Lady Hornets. Ball knocked out of bounds by Hilldale, so it'll stay with the Kansas Comets. What about on the other side, the Sooners? How are they looking this year?
Sooners are not looking too bad. I mean, they were able to get a win in their last matchup. Kristen Doolittle is
nice
looking
block that time by Cantrell. Sorry to interrupt there, Dion.
Chris Doolittle is looking like a star for them. So should be interesting to see how they fare towards the end of things.
41-13 here, 5:31 to go. We are in the heart of Sooner and Cowboy country. You're in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Is there a line that you can draw here in Oklahoma between Cowboy fans and Sooner fans, or is it just kind of spread it everywhere?
It's kind of spread everywhere. If you would want to spread the line, I mean, I would say like the two big cities in Oklahoma is Tulsa and Oklahoma City, and Oklahoma City is, you know, more OU, and Tulsa is more OSU. So that's probably the big divide right there.
Three-pointer on the way, just short that time from Buck. We got a jump ball, and possession arrow points towards the Kansas Comets. And that rounds up our Big 12 talk today on the Bravado Wireless game with Dion Amade. I'm Seth Campbell. Thanks for joining us. Three-pointer on the way, too strong that time from Glass. Hilldale comes away with it. They push it up the court. Right here in front of us. Got quick hands, made that catch.
Yeah, good job, man.
I'm real proud of myself.
Thanks for protecting the merchandise, meaning my face.
I should have let it hit your face.
You would never.
Did you play defense for a reason? Is that because you couldn't play offense, Dion?
No, I was
catch the ball?
I was an extraordinary athlete on both sides of the ball.
Oh, really? Then why didn't you play on both sides of the ball?
Because I had to choose a side, and I like defense more. I like hitting people rather than getting hit.
Which is valid, but...
Exactly.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was trying to come up with something, but from one D1 athlete to one D6 athlete, I don't think that...
Do they have a D6? I don't think that's a...
You don't need to... Like, intramural's got to count for something, right?
Does it?
As that right goes up and in, like, that's like D6, right?
No, I don't think so.
I think that's sort of it.
No, I think it's intramural.
Like, if you take D3 and you multiply it by 2, that gives you D6.
That's not even close. That's not close.
That's what intramural basketball was.
Nah.
The behind-the-back pass, or behind-the-back move is knocked away, but Kansas retains possession. I think it was close enough. Foul on the play. We're going to go to the other end of the court now as the foul was on the right. Take a jog to the other end. Kansas seems to be content playing some of the players on the end of their bench now as we go 3:21 left to go in the fourth quarter. First shot up and good. Another one upcoming on the 1-and-1. 43-14 now. Second shot up. Nothing but net as well. 2 for 2 from the line that time for 31. 3:17 and counting. Left side three-pointer just too strong from Perez. Caitlin Perez gets in the game and heaves up a 3. Can't quite go in. What's your philosophy, Dion? Do you like the 3-ball and how it's evolving the game to where everybody, I mean, even starting from 6th grade on up, those kids just start shooting threes and they don't stop?
What do you think about it?
Why are you asking me? I asked you first.
Because I was interested in your opinion.
I like the 3-ball and how it is changing the game. It's worth more points than the 2. That was an astute observation, in case you're wondering. But it makes for things to be a little more interesting as Kansas has a player down on the court. We're going to get, after Kansas comes away, after the missed shot from HILLDALE, we're going to get somebody to attend to the downed Kansas player. That time it looks like it's Maggie Bernard that's going to walk to the bench. Looks to be a lower extremity injury. Glass brings the ball up for Kansas, but there's times when you're looking at 6th graders and you're going, why are you shooting this 3? Is it Perez's 3? She should shoot more. Her second attempt of the night goes in, and she gets in the scorebook with a 3. What do you think?
I like the evolution of the game. I mean, if it's there and you can do the math, why not use it? I like when, in sports, things evolve and they get better, and the game gets better because of it. And that's exactly what this game has done with this philosophy, as you can see.
Caitlin Perez again from 3. She's lighting it up from behind the line.
Somebody should guard that girl.
Out of nowhere, Perez has put up 6 points. She flashes for the steal. She's going to get called for a foul that time. It's unique. The 3-pointer has evolved the game, and you see so many more people using it and being okay with shooting 30% from the 3-point line because they realize 3 is worth more than 2. So if you shoot more shots, you're going to make more shots, and you're going to make more points. Arkansas has, it's unique because you can see some people that will shoot the 2 rather well and bringing it back from the dead almost. And there's a point guard for, like I said, the team that I cover, his name is Jimmy Witt, and the Arkansas Razorbacks. And Witt is basically bringing the 3 back, or the mid-range back from the dead. He's attempted 0 threes on the year, but he averages anywhere from 14 to 18 points a game. All from 2 range.
He should start taking some threes.
No, he shouldn't.
That average would go up.
No, he shouldn't. He's taken 0 threes on the year, and there's a reason why, Dion. He can't shoot them.
I don't know. I think he should stretch his game.
We've seen he knows his game.
Doesn't hurt to try.
I think his coach that gets paid a lot more money than you and I told him not to shoot threes for a reason.
You shouldn't tell your players not to shoot.
I think he said don't shoot threes. He was the second leading scorer the other night.
That's
he didn't tell him not to shoot.
Did they win the game?
No, they lost that game.
Oh, maybe
Perez from 3 again. Oh, no good. Coming up just short that time.
Maybe if he would do like Perez does and shoot some threes, maybe y'all would have won that game.
Or they would have lost by more because they wouldn't have gotten it to the right 3-point shooters. It's all about statistics. You want the people that can shoot the 3 to shoot the 3, and the people that can't to can't.
That's a real pessimistic way of thinking. I'm more optimistic about mine. So you shoot the 3, you get more points, and you win the game.
Let me tell you something that a good friend of mine, actually not a good friend of mine at all, I just heard on the radio.
So you're claiming imaginary people
sure.
as your friend now?
For sure.
So that's a low bar. It's very low.
The first free throw is up and good from Jessica McKay. The second one too strong from McKay. Optimism and hope is not a plan, Dion.
Is that what you're telling the kids?
Hope is not a plan. You come with a plan, you have a plan, and you execute the plan, and you win a lot more than you lose. Hope is not a plan.
Hey, I want you to tell your friend or not friend, you know what, Monday, call into his show, and I want you to tell him that it's a stupid mantra.
That is, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Again, he's making a lot more money than you and I.
How you know?
Because his shirt has 4 little letters on it that are pretty prominent in the sportscasting industry.
MSNBC?
Yep, you nailed it.
You didn't have to spell it. I know what you're talking about.
I don't think you did.
I clearly did, man.
I like how you said NSNBC, but that's 5 letters.
Is it?
NSNBC, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Arkansas degree really doing you well, huh?
How are you making fun of me? You're the one that
Because I was clearly being sarcastic.
You're the one that can't count. Oh, luckily, we don't have to count anymore because the clock says double zeros and this game is over. 50-15 the score in favor of the Kansas Comets. And it was a learning experience for sure for the Hilldale JV Hornets. They got out here and they got some valuable experience against a pretty good Kansas team.
They really did, and I mean, let's be honest, they were a little outmatched here. And these Kansas Lady Comets, they're an extraordinary bunch, and they can hit from behind the arc, and they know how to run their offensive system, and they do a good job defensively as well. So you played a good team if you're Hilldale, the Lady Hornets, and because of that, you have to take this opportunity to learn and grow, like we mentioned throughout the early parts of this game.
Yeah, learn from it, don't dwell on it. And we're going to have a good game coming up next as the Kansas Lady Comets just got done, and they're going to welcome on their Kansas Comets onto the court. And it'll be the Kansas Comets will be playing the Haskell Haymakers. We're going to have a good game coming up, but until then, stay with us on a short break. As we just got done, Game 4 coming up between, as we said, the Haskell Haymakers and the Kansas Comets. But for right now, our final score, 45-14, or 50-15 in favor of the Kansas Lady Comets. That's all for right now from Bravado Wireless. Stay tuned. In 9 minutes, we'll have another game here on the Bravado Wireless stream.
This broadcast is a copyright of Bravado Wireless. This game and broadcast should not be reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed without the express written consent of Bravado Wireless and its management.